Hello everybody, my name is Dr. Neha Hamilton and we are covering this subject called search engine optimization, and today we are going to continue with the session of on-page optimization. So we were discussing on-page optimization and we have seen that on-page optimization has various factors included in that, right? So what are the factors that we are going to study in detail? Some of the factors we have already discussed, some of the factors we have yet to discuss. So today's lecture agenda is to make you understand about the website design, how website design contributes to optimize your page according to the search engine. That is what we are going to understand in today's class. Okay, so this is today's lecture agenda. First of all, you should understand that what is on-page optimization. On-page optimization is part of search engine optimization, which has basically two parts. The first is called as on-page optimization, and the second one is called as off-page optimization. So there are two parts of search engine optimization: on-page optimization as well as off-page optimization. Now, these are the four factors that we have studied, right? These are technical optimization, content, design, internal links. These are the four things that we have to, you just have to remember these four things because these are very, very important. Okay, so we have covered technical optimization. In technical optimization, we have covered server speed, we have covered IP address, and we have covered, let's see, yes, server speed, source code, IP address, and yes, these are the things that we have covered. After that, we have seen content. In content, whatever content you are adding to your website, definitely the content writer or the blogger is going to add content to you, but you have to cross check and supervise the content. As a digital marketing manager, you have to tell them that the title tag, the length of title tag should not exceed 60 characters. It should be between 50 to 60 characters. Okay? And the title tag should be loaded with keywords. So you have to go and find out the keywords and then you have to add the keywords in the title tag. Now the second thing is meta description. In the search engine result page, whatever you see in the black text which is written below the URL, this is called as meta description, right? So it is important to write meta description in programming so that it appears on Google. If you do not do it, Google is going to show you default first two or three lines of your web page, which doesn't give a complete understanding of your article. If you want to give a complete understanding of your article to the users on the search engine result page itself, you have to add some good content in meta description that should again be loaded with keywords, and what should be the maximum length? 160 characters. So the length of the meta description should not be greater than 160 words so that it is clearly visible to the users on the search engine result page itself, right? So you can see this is how the meta description looks like. Now the next thing that we have discussed is called as content. What is content? Content means the text that you write in your web page. That text should have certain features that so that you qualify to the search engine standards. Now, what are these features that should be added in your content? You should have lots and lots of paragraphs. More the paragraphs, more the subheadings, more the images, more the header tags, more is your chances to be getting noticed by the search engine, right? Next, we have understood about content. Content means your body text, right? The body of your text. Apart from the title tag and the subheadings, now we are talking about the content. Now, in order to make your content rich, how do you do that? You do that with the help of graphics. Graphics are certain flowcharts or diagrams which are designed by designers So they have a good knowledge on what colors to use, what should be the size of the infographics, what kind of font structure should be used. You can leave everything up to them. You just have to make sure that whatever the content they are adding in a infographic, that should have keywords and that should be completely relevant to the text or blog you are writing, right? For example, I have shown you Maslow's, it is actually Maslow's need hierarchy theory, but they have adapted it and they have transformed it into Maslow's SEO hierarchy, right? So it was a brilliant concept, right? So you have to apply your mind and come up with new and innovative ideas to create infographics. You can also go for an infographic training or training of a designer. There are a lot of certification course available in your summer breaks. Whenever you get time, online classes are going on. You can do some designer courses. For example, you can learn certain softwares. We have desktop publishing, and we have a lot of other softwares also, right? So this is graphics. Now, the next thing is image optimization. Image optimization is important. I have given you example of Naum Chopra in the last class. If you add a photo of him in a particular blog and you do not edit the file name, for example, the file name is img underscore 2356 dot jpeg, right? So the crawlers who are coming to your website, they are directly going to the programming page, right? I have shown you how to open the programming page. It is control plus U, right? So when the crawlers will actually go to the programming page, they will not understand what does image underscore 2354 mean unless and until you edit and write a picture of Naum Chopra. Then the Google is going to understand, okay, you are writing article about students of BBA fifth semester and he is a student of BBA fifth semester. That's why his image is being added. Okay. So in order to increase the understanding of the crawlers, in order to create clarity in the content, specifically in programming, you have to edit the image name. You have to look after the pixel size, the quality of the image. I have shown you how to compress picture, but do not do it that way. Take help of experts. Tell them not to deteriorate or damage the quality of the image. It should not be a broken image. It should not be a blurry image. It should be a crystal clear image, good quality image, and that too having less size, because adding a low size image increases your page loading speed. बहुत भारी इमेज लगा देने से आपका पेज स्लो हो जाता है, वो हमको नहीं चाहिए. So we want a good quality image also that should have very less size, very low size, right? These are the things that we have discussed till now. Now, what about videos? Much of what applies to image also applies to videos. SEOs and webmasters should pay particular attention to ensuring that audio visual content offered on their pages can actually be viewed by the users, right? So whenever you add a page, you add a video in a page, make sure that the video is available for the users and it is easily downloadable by the users. They can easily click on it. It is easily visible. So the positioning of the video is very important, right? It is very clear that you are going to merge the image in between the text, but the position of video should also be in between the text, right? If you deviate from the screen, right? For example, your screen is divided into three parts. In the central part, you have the content. On the left side you have index, and on the right side you are showing up ads, right? So you are splitting the screen into three parts. So make sure wherever your basic content is, you are placing the video there only, in the central part of the screen, where you are placing all the images, all the content, all the text. There only you have to place your video. Video should be related to the particular content. For example, if you are placing a content on search engine optimization, make sure that you are adding a SEO tutorial, or you are adding a video that is somewhere on your YouTube page which is related to SEO, right? So you can copy paste that video in your page, in your web page, right? Another important thing is you cannot just copy paste any video on your web page. That creates a lot of copyright issues. You cannot use anybody else content on your page without any prior permission or without giving reference to that particular video. So avoid using videos of YouTubers who are very famous. You just copy paste them. This will not do anything, right? So it is better to create your own video. And if you have a parallel YouTube channel, you must be having the videos which are related to this particular web page. Either you can insert the video in that particular content, or you can give a hyperlink to your Facebook page in that particular content. If you give the hyperlink of your YouTube page in your web page, that increases the traffic on your YouTube page also, and you increase the quality of your content. So I hope the content part is clear, right? The content is king in marketing, okay? Especially in digital marketing, when you talk about digital marketing, content is king. It is very important to add quality content. Why I'm telling you all these things? Because Google algorithm is intelligent enough to assess your web page, to quantify your web page and give you a particular ranking. Point number one. Point number two is that if you are adding, not quality content, if you are not adding all the things which are good, all the things which are related to a particular article, then you are not going to get a good traffic. If you are not going to get good traffic on your web page, naturally your ranking is going to increase, because Google also prefer those pages which are preferred by the readers more, right? For example, if in response to a particular keyword, if your article is ranking on the 10th position in a page, the search engine result page, and if most of the people are clicking on the 10th article, then you have, and you, I can just bet on you that within 1 month of time, your article is going to come on the first three, to give them a reader experience, good user experience, right? So I am going to share a page with you. I have opened a page. Give me a moment. There is some issue. Right. So I am going to show you a page, and this page says 10 essential on page uh, SEO, right? Now, the keyword that I've typed on Google is SEO. And the moment I open this page, this kind of a window is visible to me, right? And this kind of a window is, this is called as call to action. Here, they are telling me that before watching that uh, content or blog, I can create a free account here, right? So this is called as call to action button. right? If you are interested, you can create a free account. If you're not interested, you just have to press escape, or you have to just cross it, right? Once you come to the home page, you can see that the screen is split into two parts. If you see carefully, the screen has two parts, right? This is the first part, and this is the second part. Now, second part asks me continuously to subscribe, right? Again, a call to action button has come where they are telling me to attend a webinar on the same, which is going to happen in 1 day, 12 hours, and 22 minutes, right? So again, I'm not interested in that, so I will click cross. The next thing is, you can see the title tag, 10 essential on-page SEO factors you need to know. Next, let's come down. This is an infographic that contains a title tag. This is being inserted intentionally because, see, she wants to say you that she also has an article which says on page SEO everything you need to know. There are a lot of paragraphs. You can see there are a lot of paragraphs. Another good thing is there is connectivity with the social media. As I have explained you earlier, that you, if you connect with your social media, this doesn't increase your organic ranking. सिर्फ फेसबुक से, ट्विटर से, लिंक्डइन से कनेक्ट कर देने से आपकी ऑर्गेनिक रैंकिंग इंक्रीज नहीं होती, लेकिन आपके वेबसाइट पे ट्रैफिक इंक्रीज हो सकता है, right? So you can increase the traffic on your website, and that too very easily by connecting on a to a social media pages. And once you connect to a social media page, the important thing that happens is that your visibility increases, your traffic increases, and if your traffic increases, तो क्या होगा? Your ranking is going to increase, right? So I'm just showcasing this page to show you how your content should look like if you design a web page, right? As you can see, there are a lot of small paragraphs. This paragraph has 2 lines. This paragraph has 2 lines. This paragraph has 2 lines, right? So likewise, there are a lot of things which have two lines of paragraphs. If you see the quality of ads that they have added, these ads are quite useful and related to search engine optimization, right? This SEMrush again is an ad they have added between the content, but this is related to that. यहाँ पे कोई unrelated ad नहीं आ रहा है. If I'm somebody who is interested in search engine optimization, I know a SEMrush is a very famous and popular website that talks about search engine optimization, right? So why on-page SEO is important? So this becomes a header tag, right? So you can see that they have added header tag also, right? Again, you can see that bullet points are being added. Adding bullet points is very good. Page is easily being loaded on my web page, right? The page loading speed is good. Again, the way they have written the content is exceptionally good. Okay, you can see that they are talking about meta description, headlines, header tags, SEO writing, keyword cannibalization, content audit, image optimization, user engagement, and finally conclusion, right? And this is actually a perfect web page that tells you that how your content should look like. It should have a lot of good content. All the things which are related to SEO are being written here. One important thing, a picture of the author is there. If you click on it, you can follow her on Twitter, on LinkedIn, right? And another important thing is that they have mentioned the date on which they have written the article in 2019 and 7 minutes read. That means if you are reading this article, it will take 7 minutes for you to complete this. So this is how these small things go, improve the quality of your content, make you different from others. There is a reason why this article is topping on search engine ranking, because this article is actually very good. You can see that total number of shares and total number of reads are already listed. So this is a huge number. right? So that's why she has listed here. And if you read this, you get a good impression that okay, a lot of people are reading this. That means maybe this content may be having a good content, right? So this is how your page should look like. This is a classic example of a page which is a commercial page. Now, what is called as a commercial page? For example, when you talk about a Wikipedia page, it is not a commercial page. You are not going to see any advertisement on a Wikipedia page. But when you look at this page, you can see lot of ads. There is ad of Semrush which is coming up, but this is not bothering me, right? This is not bothering me. Why? Because it is on the second part of the screen, and the second thing is Semrush is related to this particular thing. Second thing is call to action button are very well placed. They are not, coming as a hindrance when I'm reading an article. Sometimes it becomes very tacky and messy for the users, irritating for the users कि मैं कुछ पढ़ रही हूँ और बार बार स्क्रीन को आके कवर कर ले रहा है. So the moment I open the screen, they have given me call to action button where I can go for a free sign up, right? After reading this article, if I have changed my mind, here you can see that again some call to action buttons are given. Yes, this is again a call to action which is given at the last page of the web page, at the last part of the web page. This is the sitemap that they have given, and then in the last page, in the last column, they are now asking me to subscribe. So if I like the article, if I have if I'm reading all the article, read full article and completed it, then I will come to subscribe to SEJ. So this is not bothering me, this is okay. Like if you are putting this kind of call to action button at the end of the page, it is okay with me, right? But what happens is sometimes you open a particular website, you are reading something, you are gaining interest, a rhythm is being built, and then again and again this call to action button is being flashed in front of you, and you are not able to find that cross. So this is very irritating. So what do? You just escape that website, you quit that website, and you go to some other website, right? So it is very important to not to irritate the customers, how to make the user experience more smooth and more friendly for the users, right? So that is these are the things that you should keep in mind. Over bombarding with the particular advertisements, overusing of some particular advertisements are only going to irritate your customers. They are not going to add up in your sales, right? So these are the things that we have learned after we have seen and analyzed a particular web page. Okay, now let's go back to the slide. Right. So after content, we have to discuss about internal linking and structure, right? So internal linking can be used to guide a bot's visit to your domain and also to optimize navigation for the real users. So why do you put internal links? You put internal links because in the website because you want to connect the web pages internally. Why do you want to connect the web pages internally? Because you want to first, sorry, increase the traffic on your website, right? If you connect the web pages, you are directly going to increase your traffic. अगर कोई आपका एक पेज पढ़ता है, उसके एक पेज से दूसरा पेज लिंक्ड है, तो हो सकता है कि वो उस हाइपर लिंक के थ्रू आपके दूसरे पेज को भी पढ़ ले. ठीक है? So that's why internal linking is very important. And the second point is that crawlers, Google crawlers, they move within the web pages through hyperlinks. So they go to a web page, then through hyperlink they go to another page, then through hyperlink they go to the third page, right? So if your pages are not connected, then you are not going to be noticed by the people, or you are not going to be increasing your traffic. Now, within the internal links and site structure, there are some things that you need to remember and you need to do in your web pages. The first is logical structure and crawl depth. Now let us understand what is scroll depth. Very important. The aim here is to carefully structure menus and to ensure that a website hierarchy contains no more than 4 levels. I will make you understand what does the levels mean. The fewer levels there are, the more quickly a spider is able to reach and crawl all subpages. Now, who is the spider here? We are talking about the Google crawlers. We are telling them spider. Now, I am going to show you a diagram, right? Through this diagram, we will understand what is called as crawl depth. Okay. For example, there is a web page. Okay. This web page is being presented by this green circle, right? This is called as depth 0. Now, if this web page is connected to a lot of other web pages also, how they are connected? With the help of hyperlinks, right? So they are connected with each other. So this is called as level 1. Now let us talk about level 2. These level 2 are the web pages that are connected to depth 1, right? So the hyperlinks of depth 2 is available in depth 1. Then we have depth 3. So as you can see that there is only one depth 3, right? So this is, you can reach depth 3 when you click on a page which is on depth 2. So you, if you want to reach on depth 3, how will you go there, right? You will go to depth 0, then through depth 0 you will go to depth 1, level 1, then level 2, and then you will go to, from level 2 you will go to level 3. So this is called as crawl depth. What is the depth of your website? What is the design of your website? How the various web pages are connected to each other? That is called as crawl depth. If you are making the levels more than 4, right? For example, if you are making it to level 10, so the crawlers are not going to go there. They just leave that and they go to another website. So make sure that this structure, this tried structure, this linking of pages that you are doing, you should keep it within 3 to 4 levels only, not beyond that. Because once you increase the crawl depth, तो वो crawler कहाँ तक जाएगा? वो मैक्सिमम तीसरे या चौथे लेवल तक ही जाता है, उससे आगे वो नहीं जाता है. तो अगर if you have created a web page which is very complicated, for example, here there is level 4, 5, 6, 7, so crawler is not going to go there, and those pages are going to be unnoticed by anybody, right? So that this is basically called as crawl length. Web crawlers like Googlebot crawl a website structure. Their goal is to index the content in order to return it in search results. The better your site structure, the easier your crawlers can access and index the content. इसका मतलब क्या है? Less complicated your site structure is, less your crawl depth is, less uh, more organized your page is going to be, and it is much easier for the Google to crawl down your website to the lowest depth and register and index all the pages, right? So you should not make the crawl depth more than 3 or 4 levels, right? So I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to show you a small tutorial on crawl depth.
Need to see how SEO pros. Today I'm going to talk about crawl depth and why you need to look out for this for the pages you're optimizing. So if you haven't run the Screaming Frog scan, you really need to do that for your website because you need to see how much it takes for a crawler to get to a certain page on your site. So if it's 8 crawl depth, if you see 8th crawl depth for a page, that means it takes 8 links before the 8 crawl links to crawl through before the crawler can get to that given page. So if it's a really valuable page on your site and it takes 8 links to get to it from the home page, then you know that there's a problem there. So again, I have a valuable page on my website right here. It's this page, and I want this page to rank higher, right? But if I look through the stats and I see the crawl depth is 8 and the inlinks is 4, meaning I only have 4 pages linking to that page, then there's a problem with that thing, or there's a problem with that overall situation. So that's a quick thing you can look at when you're optimizing your pages. Make sure you check out the crawl depth, make sure it's not too far down if it's a valuable page, and make sure that you have a good amount of inlinks going to that page, links from other pages on your site that have authority, so that you're going to be passing authority to that page. The way you can tell if the link has authority, you can use something like Ahrefs to go just type in any page. Let's just do, my home page. And if I do a link from my home page and it has domain UR30, there's going to be some influence passed to that page, and it's going to help rank that page higher. So that's a quick tip. Hope that's helpful. Until I see you next time, happy SEOing.
Right. So he has actually made an Excel sheet of total number of pages that he have. This is what you are actually going to do when you are handling a particular official website, right? When you are looking after a website, you have to create an Excel sheet. You have to write the total number of pages, their linking, their traffic. You have to analyze their analytics, whatever is happening on day-to-day basis, and then you have to write down that these are the pages, which are going after 4 or 5 links. Unless and until somebody directly goes on that, it is very easy to open that page. But if somebody is landing on the home page of a particular website, then that is level 0. From level 0, he has to go to level 1. From level 1, he has to go to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So till the moment he reaches level 8, he may lose interest in a particular web page, or the crawlers are not going to go there anyway. If even some of the users are going there, but the crawlers are not going to go there. So you have to make the site structure in such a way that the crawl depth is as much less complicated as possible. So I always recommend you to keep the level up to depth 3. Okay, depth 3 should be the last, and the pages which are there on the depth 3 should be the least important pages which carry no value. Definitely depth 0, level 0 should have the most important pages, depth 1 should have second most important pages, and depth 3 should have last most important pages in a particular website. Now we are going to understand the second thing. After understanding the crawl depth, we are going to understand what is called as site map. Now, what is the site map? Sitemap tells you that what is the structure of a website, right? It's like the architecture of your home, or it is like design of your home. आपके घर का नक्शा कैसा है, उसी तरह एक वेबसाइट का नक्शा किस तरीके का है, उसको हम क्या बोलते हैं, साइट मैप. So if you see the sitemap, this diagram will explain you how a sitemap looks like. If you see these gray lines, these are called as connecting hyperlinks. So we have a home page which is level 0. Then this is level 1, because page 2 and page 3 are connected to this home page. Page 4 and page 5 are again connected to page 2. Page 6 and page 7 are connected to page 5. Page 8 is only connected to page 7, and page 9 is only connected to page 7. Now, for example, what we have learned in video today is that अगर आपका ये वाला पेज 9 जो सबसे नीचे है, ठीक है, सबसे फिसड्डी, सबसे लास्ट, if you think that this web page is very important for you, that carries the important information, that has a good content, what you need to do is you need to directly link your home page with page number 9. This you can do, right? Again, these are the things that we cannot do. You have to tell the person who is maintaining your website, looking after your website, that the technical front of your website. You just have to make sure that all the pages are getting some traffic. If some pages are not getting that much of traffic, then you have to understand कि क्यों ऐसा हो रहा है, क्यों कुछ वेब पेजेस पे अच्छा ट्रैफिक है, कुछ वेब पेजेस पे अच्छा ट्रैफिक नहीं है. उसका रीजन हो सकता है that the crawl depth is very high. The linking of the pages, you have to go to the depth, right? You have to go from the home page to the second page, third page, fourth page, and then डेप्थ में जाके आप नाइन्थ पेज पे पहुंच रहे हो, तो नाइन्थ पेज पे तो कुछ ट्रैफिक आ ही नहीं रहा है आपका, ठीक है. सो दैट्स व्हाई इट इज इम्पोर्टेंट टू अंडरस्टैंड that whatever site map you make, it should be organized, less complicated, and according to the importance of the pages. More important the pages, higher quality the page is having, it should be in a higher position as compared to the lower position, because Google crawlers, they are going to come on your home page, then they are from the home page. If you have done internal linking, they are going to go from the first page to the second to the third to the fourth and to the fifth page. Next point which is important is called as internal linking. Okay, so what is internal linking? First, let me show you sitemap, how sitemap looks like. If you can, if you have read any articles, if you are a reader on uh, website, you know that whenever you scroll down a particular page, you get a lot of hyperlinks at the end of a particular page. So when you scroll down the page or when you go to the last part of the page, a lot of things are being written on the page. So that is a part of sitemap, right? You get a complete idea about that page, that okay, these are the things which are available in this web page, and you can easily navigate to that particular web page. So I'm going to share a web page in which I'm going to show you that how you should internally link your pages and how should a sitemap look like, right? How does a sitemap looks like, right? So this is like a web page. Again, an article on SEO, right? And the article is fantastic. You now let us find the internal linking. Okay, where they have uh, inserted the internal linking here. Future of keyword research. Once I have clicked on that future of keyword research, I have been redirected to the same website but a different web page. Now this web page is about some different topic, definitely related to SEO. But this web page is of the same website, right? So this is called as internal linking. For example, here LSI are the terms semantically related to other subject. I have clicked on that particular link. Let me take you to that link, right? So this is not the same website. So this is external linking. This is not internal linking. But what is this? This is external linking. Somebody else is writing about LSI keywords and SEO. So that blogger, this person has linked with the Neil Patel's article because he is leading on SEO. So he has given a request to Neil Patel that I am writing a blog which is related to your blog, and maybe you can give a hyperlink to my blog so that I also get some traffic on my page, right? So this is called as external linking, or these are called as backlinks. Now, this blogger is going to increase his ranking only by connecting to Neil Patel's website, because we all know that Neil Patel is he is the most famous SEO, or search engine optimizer or analyst, who is posting videos. He has a YouTube channel also. He has a blogging website also. So he's like the one, the famous one. If anybody is adding hyperlinks to his particular website, then I'm sure that their ranking is also going to increase. So connecting his article with the Neil Patel article is going to directly increase his traffic and going to increase his rank also in search engine optimization. But you have to see that how beautifully these pages are connected. You will nowhere find that these things are something which are not important. He has given a point of semantic LSI, and that's why he has connected that page with that page that contains the details about LSI, right? So I hope now you have learned that how to internally and externally connect your link, your page. Okay, so it is very important to do internal linking to increase the traffic on your website, and external linking to increase the ranking of your website. So that in external linking, it is important to connect to a reputed website, right? If you are going to connect to a website that has low traffic, nobody knows that website, your ranking can come down. So be very cautious when you are sending requests for internal linking, backlinks to other bloggers who are famous in your discipline. Make sure that they carry a good reputation, they have a goodwill in the market. Then only you have to send them request to link to your website. Now this is a call to action button. If I click on book a call, I have to give my details and he can consult me on the related which are related to SEO, right? So I was explaining you the sitemap. So this is how the sitemap looks like. The sitemap will tell you that these are level 1 pages that you are going to find out. This is the home page, and when I click on blog, I will come to some another page. When I click on pricing, then I hope you can see the pages. Yes, yes, you can see. Right. So this is called as sitemap, which tells you that what are the different pages which are connected to this web page. Now, I can you see my cursor? Can you see my cursor when I click on tools and a drop down menu is coming? Anybody please say yes or no. Can you see my cursor?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So, for example, this is tools, right? So this is level 0. Tools is level 0, depth 0. SEO analyzer is depth 1. So once I click on SEO analyzer, I am going to the second page. Okay. अब मैं level 3 पे कैसे जाऊंगी? हम देखेंगे कि इस पेज से कौन सा पेज connected है, right? So he is very smart. He has not connected any page to this page. So he has only 2 levels in his page, right? Adding only 2 levels in a particular page increases your visibility, increases your crawl, decreases your crawl depth, make it easy for the Google to crawl each and every page, right? Now this is again level 2. Tools वाले पेज से ये वाले सारे pages कौन से level पे आ जाएंगे? Depth 1 पे आ जाएंगे. This is depth 0, this is depth 1. देखते हैं कि इस पेज में हमें क्या मिलता है. यहाँ पे there is an article which is about A/B testing significance calculator. So he is talking about A/B significance calculator. Then again Uber suggest इसकी एक वेबसाइट है जिसमें ये पेड मेंबरशिप देता है. SEO कंसल्टिंग देता है, ठीक है, तो उसके बारे में उसने सारा कुछ लिख रखा है। तो आप देखेंगे कि इसकी जो भी वेबसाइट्स आप देख रहे हैं, जो भी वेब पेजेस देख रहे हैं, उसमें डेप्थ 2 से ज्यादा कोई भी पेज नहीं है, डेप्थ 3 तक कोई जा ही नहीं रहा है, ठीक है। सो दिस इज द थिंग दैट वी शुड लर्न फ्रॉम हिम, दैट जब भी आप अपना वेबसाइट डिजाइन करते हैं तो उसको जितना हो सके उतना सिस्टमैटिक बनाएं, क्लीन बनाएं, और पेजेस को ओवर लिंक ना करें, डेप्थ को ओवर इंक्रीज ना करें, ताकि जो क्रॉलर्स हैं उनकी लिमिटेड कैपेसिटी होती है, वो तीसरे और चौथे लेंथ के बाद नहीं जा सकते हैं। तो आप ये ना करें कि क्रॉलर जो है अननेसेसरी आपके पेज को छोड़ के जा रहे हैं और आपके जो कुछ पेजेस हैं वो इंडेक्स ही नहीं हो रहे, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए, ठीक है। Now we are only left with one last topic, which is canonical tag. So we are going to cover canonical tag in the next class. So I think that's enough for today. So if you have any point of discussion or anything to ask, you can ask me. Okay. So thank you so much for joining. I am ending the recording now.